We are going right now. Oh, woo. Alrighty. Say something, Pat. Say a couple words.
Hey there, welcome everybody to Tournament Central.
Yes, welcome everyone. I'm your host, Wizard Ken, with my co-host, Pontiac Pat. We are the lucky guys that get to bring you the World of Tanks community tournament today. We're going to be doing up to 3 matches live stream wise, I think, as long as we can get everything going. The guys are setting up right now. They have their 2-minute warning to get their tanks going. And I will have Pontiac Pat right now sit there and tell you guys exactly some of the rules that we're going to be looking at today for both of these teams. Go ahead, Pat, on that.
Well, at the moment, we are 22 seconds away from launch, and right now the tanks are picking. We've got 7 tanks per team, all 8s, except you can have either 2 7s or 1 6, 54 total tiers. And just a second, I'm having a technical issue.
No, that's fine. So the groups that we're going to be seeing...
Okay, we are launching.
We're launching right now. So the first team that we're going to be seeing today is Rapid Early Detection of Artillery. That is a big name. And then Elite Tank Commanders. They are going against each other right now. I apologize if I screw anything up, guys, if I get the scoreboard wrong or something like that. Hopefully Pat will... keep me in line on, on stuff, unfortunately. And I will try to keep up with Twitch chat also. I'm multitasking just like Pat is right now, so I apologize, but we're going to do our best. It's going to be good games either way. You're not here for us. You're here for the games. You're here to see these guys rock out and kick some butt in their tanks. So I'm really excited. I'm excited to be a host. I know Pat is too, and we're excited to be doing this today. So here we go.
Okay, RD had 8 tanks selected.
Okay, so explain what's going to happen with that.
So because they selected too many tanks and the other team is legal, that means they forfeit this battle.
So there you go, guys. Right now, the one team has already forfeited the battle. So which team was that again? That would be ETC or?
A rapid detection.
Okay.
Rapid detection.
So right now, that as soon as this battle is done, we will explain to them what has happened inside our own little communication thing. And that sucks, you know. That really does suck. We were hoping that the battle would go a lot better than that. But that's why we have these rules. We have these rules for a reason. It's so that the game turns out fair. A lot of guys have gone into making these rules and thinking about it and stuff like that. So, you know, when something like this happens, it really does suck. But it's an easy win for ETC. So, it is definitely an easy win for them. And this will go against you.
Yeah, when you got, this is the new picking rule. You've got 2 minutes, and you can switch people around to the last second. But if you get caught off guard, you've lost the battle, and so it is what it is.
So there you go. That is what we're looking at right now. We can see they had an extra, was that an extra bulldog probably they put in there? I'm trying to see which tank they probably screwed up on, or maybe the T-28 prototype. That doesn't usually look like a tank they use in the tournament. So they might have screwed up on that. So. Oh, well, that's very unfortunate, but we'll still commentate the game right now. It looks like, I'm trying to figure out who's on what side. Okay, so we're looking at ETC. ETC's holding down pretty well. They're trying to just bunch up and turtle, which isn't a bad strategy. It's one that we've seen in the tournaments here and there. You know, that's something I've always thought about doing when I was helping some of the Ronin guys out. We thought about doing that. You know, there's pros and cons to turtling. You know, you can get surrounded by the enemy easily and caught off guard if you're not watching yourself. But I apologize, guys, for that little mishap with the other team. But, yeah. It doesn't even look like the other team is really RDSQR is really doing anything. I wonder if the members know that they screwed up and they're just sitting back there at the flag, or is it a strategy? I have no idea.
They probably know. I went ahead and put it into the Discord chat. So, question is whether or not they're monitoring it while they're playing.
I hear you. I hear you. Now, Pat, on situations like this, now, is there a rule where you guys just automatically quit out of the game, or because we can't communicate with everybody, we just let it play out and there you go?
Well, yeah, if this was a map with a lake or something on it, then we'd go ahead and let the teams drown themselves or whatever, you know.
Okay, so we're going to have to wait for these guys to get done. So, that's fine. That's fine. Oh.
So I don't know if you're familiar with the free camera mode, Ken.
Oh, I am. I'm very familiar with this thing. I love it.
Okay. It's a lot of fun in these battles to go around and watch the action.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
I mean, you could just, clip through buildings. I think you can, can't you? Yeah.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Anybody wanted to see inside one of these houses? There's nothing there. I mean, think about it. I mean, we could pretend like we're inside the house. I'm taking a bath right now, and I just see all these massive tanks sitting here, and yeah. I'm just sitting there in my bathtub, and these shells are flying past me. And I'm just like, whatever. This happens.
Yeah, you can tell rapid detection clearly knows that they're just being, killed to get the battle over.
Yeah.
You can see their bulldog is just spinning in circles.
Yeah. He's just like, screw it.
I don't know if everybody got the message, though, because I've got one heavy over here hiding in the sniper spot on the one line, the T-32, that's Crazy K. So it would be convenient if he moved out to get killed faster, so that we can move on.
And you would think he would understand this because they're in team chat, but maybe there's a communication problem of some sort going on here.
It's also their first time in a tournament, so
yeah.
It's just to let the viewers know, there is a kind of an accepted symbol. If everybody turns their turrets to the rear and just sits there, then that's an indication to us as moderators that there's a problem, and that we'll get on Discord chat and figure out what that problem is.
Yeah, this guy's not pointing to the rear at all. He's just to the right. Maybe he's somehow disconnected, but we're going to get a cap here. So there you go. 1 point for ETC. They got to warm up a little bit, which is nice. It's get those little jitters out. So we got ETC with 1 point. So we're going up to the first team to 4. First team to 4. So that's a huge loss for the RDSQR. I mean, really it is. That right there just cost them 1 point that they could have had. So it's a terrible blow. It really is. H-bomb.
I'm running into a technical issue here. This is a known issue, unfortunately, where sometimes when the moderator goes back to the garage, the game will not allow him to make the changes necessary. And so, how does a way to do that? I'm trying to remember how to undo this.
I couldn't tell you. Like I said, guys, this is Pontiac. This is your first time really moderating, right?
Solo, yeah.
Yeah. So bear with us, guys. We are trying to do our best with all the things that are going on. Like I said, this is me and Pat's first time actually hosting one of these things, so there are some technical difficulties that we are running into at the moment. So, so bear with us. But anyways, words from our sponsors. If you haven't used SpeedStick, no, I wish SpeedStick or somebody would just sponsor us, Pontiac. I really do. Oh, I really, really do. Maybe Cheetos.
Okay.
You don't see too many Cheeto commercials anymore. I don't know. I don't watch TV. I don't watch that much TV. I watch a lot of Netflix. So, yeah. Anyways, like I said, guys, bear with us real quick. We were trying to fix this all up. I want to welcome H-Bomb, Shazam, and ADG in the chat. Thank you for coming out. And everybody else that's watching right now. Unfortunately, I don't have all of my stuff I usually have set up for when I'm live streaming to call out everybody's name and stuff like that. So I apologize for that. But we do thank you for coming out and watching this tournament. Like I said, bear with us. I don't know any of these teams. A lot of these guys are new, right, Pontiac, to the tournament?
Yes.
And so we're going to be just seeing how they do for the very first time. So, and I got thrown into this to the last minute. I volunteered to do this, guys. I've always wanted to do one of these tournament things, but we really had, like, down to the last 5 minutes. I think I had 5 minutes of a break by the time I got everything set up, like the scoreboard and everything. So we were rushing to get everything together this morning. Oh, man. Anyways, guys, I want to thank you guys once again for coming out and watching. We've got a couple of battles today still to go. So, Pontiac, do you think maybe we should just try to exit out and come back in?
Okay, we're good to go. I've got it all set up, and timer has started.
Okay, so we are good to go, guys. Thankfully, Pontiac got this thing going again, and we are good to go. So we're going to be on the RDSQR side this time, and ETC has got 1 point above them. An easy point.
Both teams have a legal setup right now, so as long as nobody makes any mistakes, we should be good to go shortly.
Yeah. Now, you guys might see other people in here from their team. They're just here. And if I missay something, Pontiac, please correct me. But these are just fill-ins, just in case for some reason somebody has to drop out or something like that. Is that...
Or if they have a connection issue and somebody drops connection or whatever, then they have a backup person that can pick a tank and run with them.
So these are the guys sitting on the bench. There you go. It's like a basketball team.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, and some teams will plan to use those guys, have different strategies for different maps, and so maybe player A is really good at a city map and has the right tanks for that, but player B is really good on like Prokhorovka and has the tanks for that, and so they'll switch which players to bring what, to make the best overall team for the map.
Exactly. Now, as a person that plays in these tournaments, Pontiac, tell us how you guys, like you were just explaining, you have different people for different things and stuff like that. Is that kind of how you guys train? You have different people sub in for different things when you're training and stuff, or when you're in your tournaments?
If we have enough people with the right tanks available, yes.
Okay.
It just depends on who's available. Okay, we are launching.
Alrighty. Here we go, guys. No, I will try to do my best to be a very good cameraman. I like flying through the houses. I'm sorry. I want to see what's in somebody's kitchen there. You don't know. There could be an old lady in there making like an apple pie. Oh man, that apple pie sounds good right now. Oh man, it would be so good right now. Me, Pontiac, Pat are hosting this tournament. And we're sitting here eating apple pie and drinking milk. Oh, it would be the best. The best. Now, really quickly, if you guys hear anything in...
Well, that's weird. ETC is only running 6 players. Somebody had an issue.
Yep. Somebody had an issue, so ETC is down a player. And it is their scout. Oh, no. No, that was you. Sorry. But no, they are down definitely a person. Yeah, it doesn't look like they went with scouts at all. It looks like RDSQR went with a couple of heavies, 1 medium, and 2 lights. And ETC went with all heavies. So let's see how that's going to work out for them. So it looks like RDSQR is probably going to turtle here. And it looks like ETC is kind of turtling too. They're kind of separated.
Watch those two scouts. Those bulldogs are working up that out there. Okay, they ducked in with
Yeah, they
everybody
ducked
else.
in.
They are quite concentrated, which can be can be very good if they play it out right. But these city maps sometimes get congested.
Exactly.
Too grouped up can be a handicap if it's not played right.
Yeah, I think this is what ETC was looking for. I think they were waiting
Ooh,
for their one heavy
trading
tank in the
shots.
middle to spot these guys, and then everybody else is probably going to swarm in. I mean, that would be my plan, is for everybody else to start swarming in. But it looks like they're holding their ground. They're just keeping separate. That
Type 59 is pretty, and John Dog and his IS-3 are both looking a bit beat up.
Hmm. All right, so we got those bulldogs circling around.
Oh, yep. Some good trading going there. Tyrus is taking a few hits.
All right, so it looks like the ETC notices that the other team does not see them right now, bringing in these 3 extra heavies. And they traded in some good shots there. Definitely traded in some good shots
Tanks
there.
are killed yet. This is still can play out any possible way.
Now, they are still using premium rounds, as we know of, right, Pontiac?
That is their option. They are allowed to use all the premium they want.
Okay, so we're going to go with pretty much everybody's probably running premiums on this. So you got to be very careful.
Oh, we have our first
There we
dead
go.
tank. Lost a heavy there.
There we go.
That looks like the 110 and
So now the teams are even
dog
up
went
now.
down.
The teams are even up now. It's any person's game here. I like ETC's
Ooh,
strategy
there
right
goes
here.
Tyrus's IS-3.
Yeah. I'm liking ETC's strategy right here. I mean, they've got 2 guys sitting inside here, both pointing at an entrance. You've got your other guys on the other side, blocking any other advance into that back area, except for this bulldog that is coming around the back. Nobody sees him. He's going to get some shots on, but nothing hit. So it looks like RDSQR finally made it into that little area, and they are trying to get rid of this AMX 5100. But it looks like ETC is there to stop them. And there goes another one.
Oh, the second. Oh, and another one.
There we go. So ETC is
Rapid
taking the lead
succession.
right there.
Yeah, it looks like ETC has got the momentum right now.
Now, if ETC is able to, that looks like
one hit.
it looks like ETC is definitely going to come around and try to get these 2. But where are the Bulldogs? That's right. The Bulldogs are capping the flag right now. I don't know if ETC is really sitting there and noticing it. It looks
20
like
seconds.
they have
This could be an interesting play.
this. They might actually do this, as long as those
Regulus
Bulldogs
is on
can.
his way to try to reset.
There you go. He's trying to get up there, and those Bulldogs. That is a good spot. I know when I was playing against.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh, and he
1.
gets the
Get
hit.
in.
He got the
Last
hit.
second shot.
Now this was a strategy that
Tell the tale.
exactly. This was a strategy I used against Pontiac Pat, and we almost did it too. But they were able to get up here and kill us when we were practicing one day. Wow,
Hey, it looks
very
like he'll be able to clean it up now.
yeah, very good
Really
game.
though.
Very good job, ETC, for another point. That was very good. Wow, that was awesome. So the score right now, as you can see on your screen, RDSQR is 0 and ETC is 2. Oh wow, this is pretty freaking exciting. This has been. I was wondering if you know, sometimes when these new players or new teams get into matches and stuff like that, they're a little nervous. And I have to tell you, these 2 teams are just going at it like crazy. I think they're both doing very good in the sense of strategy and working things in. It's just ETC just was able to do it this time. Now, I wonder if RDSQR is going to change up their strategy and maybe try to do all heavies, kind of like ETC did. It's going to be very interesting to see if they change up their plan, if they're going to stay with the same thing. So yeah, I'm kind of interested to see what's going to happen.
Crud.
Is it happening again?
So, yes, it is. It is. I hate this bug. So we should be going to Himmelsdorf. I put the command in. Does it show up on your screen as Himmelsdorf yet?
No. We have not seen Himmelsdorf come on to the thing yet.
Now let's see if that does it.
We apologize, guys, for any of the
Yeah,
technical difficulties. It's just a little bug that is that happens, and
I have to recreate room.
all right, we're recreating the room. So we're gonna let the teams know that we have to recreate. So give us a moment, and we will do that. And our sponsor for today is Pontiac Pat. He's going to sell you a car, and they're all Pontiacs.
This is when I can tell you all about my Pontiac GTO that I used to own. Had us to the racetrack.
Oh, man, I have always wanted a GTO. My buddy back in high school, his dad bought him one, and they fixed it up for like 2 years. Man, that thing had a nice 4-barrel carburetor on it and everything. Oh, it was the nicest thing, and except for some reason, I don't know why, but every time we would floor it and he'd hit like 60 or something like that, the car would go, it just, and the engine would kill. I don't know why. I don't know why. It would just die, but we always thought that his dad had like a kill switch on there, so his son wouldn't be speeding down the road. That's my thoughts on this. Alrighty, guys, so we're back. We've got our map in here. Now, just a reminder, guys, these teams have to reach 4 to win. So first team to reach 4 points will win and move on to the next part of the tournament. So there you go. Oh, man. So we're going to be hosting this today. Hopefully we're going to get everybody in before I have to leave for work. Unfortunately, we will have to cut the stream a little bit short before I think the last team goes on. But we still got a couple of hours to go. But we will be doing this again tomorrow. So you will have me and I think Ollie's going to be my co-host. There you go. I've been always wanting to co-host with him with something. And, you know, he's just too popular. He doesn't like me. No, I'm joking. Oh, man.
Alright, so I made the room private again. We are now picking out the extras.
Ken, do you have a flying tank? Yes, I do. I have a flying tank. It's got like Pegasus wings on it, and it just flies in the air. It's my T-71. It's just flying through the air. Oh, no, let's do a ELC AMX. Yeah, the AMX ELC. That's flying through the air.
Okay, 2-minute countdown has started. Picking tanks.
So if you're just joining us, the 2-minute countdown means that each team, there's no flip a coin to see who gets to pick first. Both teams have 2 minutes to pick their tanks that they need for the match. So Pontiac, if you can go over one more time the rules for picking out tanks and what we're trying to see here.
Yeah. You need at least 5 Tier 8 tanks, but no more than 7 tanks total, and no more than 54 tiers total. And you can have no more than 3 of any specific tank.
Now, just so you guys that are just coming in, we did have a problem on that on the very first match. That's why Team ETC is actually up a game because RDSQR had an extra tank. And so they were automatically disqualified. So these teams really have to be focused on making sure everybody is in their appropriate thing, in their appropriate tank and stuff. Now, as I said, the last time I watched these, you know, we saw a lot of medium and heavy tanks and then a couple light tanks here and there during these tournaments. As Pontiac can tell you, he hated some of those light tanks coming around and tearing them up. But We are seeing some really different tanks here today. I'm seeing a T-2064 is a tank that I did not think I was going to see in this tournament. A T-28 prototype, another T-28 prototype we're seeing coming out, and these guys are really changing up what we saw last time in these tournaments. What do you think on that, Pontiac?
I think my experience has been that seeing teams with that kind of a tank choice usually indicates that the team is a little bit younger team, and they perhaps don't have as in-depth garage choices as some of the other teams.
Yeah, and that's what I kind of feel in this. All right, so here we go. That's the buzzer. We're going to be going. Their 2 minutes is up, and we're on Himmelsdorf. Team RDSQR and Team ETC. Now, like I was going to say, I felt the same way, but you know what? Changing up a strategy just to try to be different and see if it works, it might work. Who knows? It might.
You're right, it might. Usually, though, when you see that when it's a planned thing because you have the option to do whatever, then you'll see more than one tank of an odd type. You'll see 2 or 3 so that they can work together as a team. Not always, though. Like NFTG in the last tournament, a Ghost ran that Yag Panther 2, and he did very well in it. But that was obviously planned. He knew what to do with it, and he worked it very well.
All right, so people are saying you are not loud enough. So we're going to turn you up a little bit. No, you're fine. It's probably me because I have changed some things for the sense of different streams and stuff like that. So, alrighty. So we are on the RDSQR side. And it looks like they're going to be heading up the hill.
ETC is, yeah.
We might have a castle fight here.
RD might be, well, RD might be going down Banana Road.
And what we mean by Banana Road is going to be, if you look at where I'm flying right now, it's going to be the 8 and 7 line. That road that runs along the side of the castle right here, that is Banana Road. But it does look like ET.
Okay, so ETC is watching.
They are definitely doing it.
Well, now, see, this is an interesting situation with 2 heavies and a light going up top. If RD pushes Banana Road hard, they have it overmatched.
Exactly. What are these 2 tanks?
They could possibly capitalize.
Yeah, and these are AMX. Yep, they are. They are the AMX 5100s, and they're not really slow, but that hill does take a while to get up. And this is one thing we've talked about in our practices is that worth going up? I mean, even if you have a fast tank, that hill does take a while to make you get up there. Now, it looks like ETC...
My experience has been you need to do it all at once or as just a scout to go around and make sure the other team's not up there.
Yeah.
And maybe flank with. Okay, we have our first shot.
There we go. Ken is very loud and clear. Yeah, I apologize, guys. I'm trying to adjust all the volume stuff if I'm too loud. I just turn myself down some more.
Okay, those 50s are coming back fast. Oh, look at the cap pressure. Scout got on the enemy cap, and they're all out of position. Will RD's Scout be able to get back in time to reset the cap?
That is a good question. We'll see if he can get down there in time. He probably will. I mean, we've got 1:15 to go. And plus, if they really needed to, RDSQR could definitely back up and try to cap the flag too. They've got enough people to be able to do it. But there we go. We've got another kill right there.
Yep.
So it's...
Yeah, those T-28 prototypes are really good in public play, but in a tournament where people are shooting premium ammunition, their armor doesn't
exactly, and they're so slow. They're so slow that, be able to peekaboo around a corner and then back up. They might not have been the best choice here. But it looks like ETC is definitely putting the pressure on here.
Yeah, it's still anybody's game. and the light tanks are dueling it out up by the cabin
Oh, and it
there.
looks like, yeah, it looks.
Yeah, it looks like they won that light tank battle. Yeah, ETC looks like they've got the edge now, but it ain't over till the battle
Exactly.
begins. They're still putting up a good. Now it's
Yep.
down to. Oh, he's got full health. Unfortunately, I don't think that health is going to last too long against TA.
Exactly. I mean, the T-2064 is just like the T-20 prototype. It's got good armor, but it is so slow. And then that reload time, it just takes forever to reload. It is a very slow reload with that tank. So,
And there we
there we
go.
go. Another win for ETC. So, good job for them. Everybody in chat, real quick, let me know if Pontiac's voice went up a little bit more. Because I tried turning down the game to make sure that that wasn't too loud. So, let me...
Okay, we're having the issue again. There we go. It's coming. I fixed it this time. It's very temperamental.
It is very temperamental.
Wargaming is working on it. It's something that they're planning on fixing. Unfortunately, as we all know, bug fixes do take time.
Yeah. And yes, Dice, I apologize for kicking you the other day, but yes, we were trying to record some stuff on a game. So, I want to welcome everybody to the live stream, the World of Tanks tournament, community tournament. I'm your host, Wizard Ken.
Countdown started.
And Pontiac Pack is my co-host as slave / he does everything and I do nothing. I just click little buttons to make the scoreboard go up. That's it. I got the easy job. But talking about that last game, I thought that was really interesting that they went up the hill, and it didn't pay off for them, but wow, it was just interesting, the tank selection, everything. And it looks like they're going once again with that same tank selection. But then again, it could be another thing too is they might not have enough tier 8s. Maybe this is their only tier 8. So that could be another reason why we're only seeing these tiers, these same tanks coming out. So.
Well, Rapid Detection had an opportunity in that last battle when they had 7-on-4 before the AMX-50s came back down. They were not able to capitalize on that opportunity, and that cost them.
Yeah, and that might be because maybe, I know one of the things we try to teach is we all shoot at the same target. You get rid of a target quickly, that stops them from fighting. So if we have 3 or 4 tanks shooting at one person, you get rid of them, that's one less tank you have to deal with. If everybody's shooting at different tanks, it takes a lot longer to get rid of them, and maybe there's a chance you bounced off a tank and that guy kills you instead of you could have killed him if you had backup. So really focus firing.
It's called focus
exactly. Focus firing on a single individual and getting rid of them, and then moving to the next targets and next targets, really does help out. I remember one saying when I was on the PC version of World of Tank, it was giving me a hint, and it said, just because a tank is damaged doesn't mean it's not as deadly as it was at full health. So that is always something to remember. A tank is always deadly until it's dead. So there you go.
Okay, battle start.
Alrighty, here we go. Woo!
Oh, no way. I'm getting another glitch.
Uh-oh. Bear with us, guys.
No, seriously. I'm hitting start battle, and it says cannot start new battle until the last one ends. Whatever reason. Okay.
I think we're going to have to...
I'm going to have to restart the lobby. Let me go ahead and tell everybody what's up.
Alrighty. So, we apologize for these technical difficulties here. We're just... there's glitches that have been going on with the game for a while, and Wargaming knows about it. They're trying to fix it and stuff, but it probably won't come out until the next patch. So, just bear with us, and there you go. But we want to...
Okay, so let me go ahead and do that.
So we want to welcome all of you guys to the World of Tank tournament, the community tournament. I'm going to be hosting this today and tomorrow. My co-host today is Pontiac Pat, and tomorrow we're going to have Ali doing this. So with me, and yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm enjoying this a lot. These games have been a lot of fun. There we go. Let's get in here. The room is now open.
This time, right?
I will let you know as soon as I get in there.
No, red this time.
Yeah, they should. ETC should be on the left
So
side
need
this
to be on
time.
the left.
Yeah, they should be on the left side this time. So. Now, like I said, guys, let me know if Pontiac is still not coming through good enough. I might actually have to go into the game options and change everything up that way. So let me see if I can do that real quick. Let me put my title screen back on because I like using my title screen. Options. Let's see. What's the audio at? Yeah, so the master volume is pretty loud. So if I need to turn down any more, I can. But I don't want to make it too silent. So once we get into a battle, Rainbow, let me know if you're being able to hear Pontiac better or not. See, my headset is a little broken, so I can't tell anymore what's going on in that sense. My brand new headset, and a wire broke on it. Don't know how. I think it was the puppy. I'm blaming the puppy. You little bastard. Yeah, that's another thing too, guys, is I'm using my professional podcasting mic, and Pontiac Pack is probably using one of the headsets for the Xbox. So that's, I mean, he sounds great. It's just he's a little silent, but that's okay. His wife doesn't like him talking too much. She likes to smack him. Once in a while, Pontiac Weiss is like, smacks him in the back of the head and says, "Hey, don't be talking back to me." I wasn't. I was talking about the game. And then, yeah, she beats him with a frying pan.
So not everybody's back in the lobby yet.
Okay. That's fine. Man. See, this would have been great. I told you, Pontiac, we should have sat there, called up the Doritos people, Mountain Dew, Monster Energy drink, and got them to sponsor us so that we could have played commercials during these technical difficulties. I'm telling you. Think about it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, ETC, 1, 2, 3,
Should have done it.
8. I think each team is still one player shy of getting it back in the lobby.
Okay. What is it saying in chat? I haven't seen anybody come up saying. I think somebody else just joined in. Did they?
ETC is up now.
Okay. We do. It's still on open, right? Open lobby still?
Yes.
Okay. I was about to say, because we got an individual in here. So, a couple different individuals.
6, 7. I think we're still missing 2 our rapid detection guys. I just messaged them to see. I don't want to close the lobby till they're here.
Yeah, no, I understand that. Like we said, bear with us, guys. This glitch does screw over a lot of things. We have to make a new room, and it sucks. It really does suck having to do this, and it does push back our time. We're at 11:42 right now, and what time's our next battle supposed to be?
In half an hour.
In half an hour. Okay. So we're still okay, but
This will be this is This next match is potential game point. So if
Exactly.
ETC wins, then we are still
Exactly. The score right now is ETC has 3 and um, I'm so bad with remembering their other name. It's rapid early detection of artillery. Who thought of that name? But anyways, they have 0 right now. Um, but these teams are all new to the tournament.
the room is private.
These guys are definitely learning the ins and outs. And Pontiac can tell you right now, they learned a lot from their first tournament. They really did. Um,
Yep.
I mean, just a lot of things they learned, and that'll improve them. And that's really what these first couple of stages is with these new teams. It's a learning thing. Have fun, learn, and then get better as you go. So, is there any other person in here that is not good? Okay.
I think I got everybody.
Yeah. Did you already do the timer?
2-minute timer has started.
Okay.
I wasn't going to do it until I locked it down.
Okay.
So we're locked. We're on now.
Okay. Good. 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 All right. So we're gonna go back to the screen so everybody can see all the tanks that are going to be used today. Wow, a Tiger 2. So the team is definitely changing up their strategy. Tiger 2 this time. I believe we've seen a T-32 in one of their battles. They brought back the Bulldog.
T-29 is one of the tier 7s.
Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, technically,
They're switching up.
even with premium rounds, that turret hole is really hard to hit if he gets in a hold down position. And you know, Himmelsdorf does have some nice hold down positions for that tank.
Yes, it does. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, guys, sorry. Unfortunately, I can't make Pontiac Pat any louder than he is. That is as loud as I can get him. The only thing we could do is make him eat the microphone, just shove it down his esophagus, and make him talk that way, maybe. I don't know, possibly. How's your gag, Rick Felix?
Something like that.
Oh.
I'll just make sure I spew in your direction.
Yeah, there you go. Well, it has been really, really good games today. It is really good. I'm very proud of RDSQR and ETC. They've definitely put up a good show.
Yeah, and everyone remember that Rapid Detection came into this tournament on a last-minute notice. They were a fill-in for a team that withdrew, and this is their first time in a tournament. And for a first time, they're putting up a good fight. Yeah, sure, they're making some first-time mistakes, but everybody does that. So kudos to them for stepping it up and showing up with the right attitude and fighting hard. Starting battle.
Alrighty, here we go. This could be the final battle. If not, we've still got multiple games to go. But yeah, that's one thing to note. I mean, them coming in at the last minute, trying to scrounge people together to jump in on this tournament and stuff. I mean, kudos to them. Kudos to them. Thank you for, getting all your guys together. We appreciate it very, very much. Alrighty. Yeah, sorry guys in chat. I am trying to keep up with you guys and talk with you, but unfortunately I've been so busy with doing other things here, I haven't been able to keep up. But like I said, let me know if it is too loud this time around.
Tank selection is looking good.
Alrighty. So what he means by that is Pontiac is the admin for these games, and he has to make sure all the rules are abided by. We did have one game at the very beginning that gave ETC their first victory because there was one extra tank in the game. So, like we said, ETC is running a 110 AMX 5100, or two of them, 3 IS-3s, and an AMX Chafee. And then RDSQR is running a Tiger 2, T-32, IS-3, KV-4, T-28 prototype, T-29, and a Bulldog. And it looks like...
So look at this. They're doing just what they did last time, but opposite ends for ETC. But there's a big difference. They're splitting their force much wider apart this time. if ETC were to, or if RD were to really push this, the thing is, I don't think they have a scout. They don't know where ETC is, and so they don't know that they have this opportunity. But now would be the time for them to pounce if they had the eyes out there to know what was
Exactly,
going on.
and they're probably going to play very turtley because they really are probably worried about losing the match. They really don't want to lose the match, and if they stay together, sometimes that is a better route. Like we said, if they can all focus fire on a tank, and they'll be able to take them out a lot easier. So, but this is really a strange setup for ETC though. Um,
Yeah,
I don't understand what
both
those.
teams are being very patient.
Yeah.
The lights traded shots, and I think that's the only thing that's been
Now
detected.
explain real quick.
Both teams are wondering where the other team
Exactly.
is.
Explain real quick, Pontiac. Exactly what happens if the time limit goes
So
out.
look at this. He's about ready to. If the battle becomes a draw, then we go to a tiebreaker, which is on Corellia Assault. That way there can be no draw in an assault match. Okay, the AMX 50s have made their presence known big time here.
Mm-hmm.
I bet the Bulldog got away.
Wow.
And there is something coming to back him up. Who is that heavy?
Now I wonder if ETC realizes
Oh,
if
that's
there's a
actually
draw.
49.
Maybe that's their strategy too. Is they don't if they do get a draw, they're like, hey, it's all right. We got an assault and we can battle it out that way. I don't know. I would just go for the win. I don't know what their thoughts are on this.
I don't know. Oh, I think they've started. Look at that. Their scout got a little spot up there.
Yeah, he's.
He
You know, if he comes over,
just spotted him.
if he comes over to
That little
the,
cleft he's about to
yep,
reach.
what is that? Hotel 8. That's going to be right here, guys. If he gets to this spot here, he's going to be able to see that. And I just gave them a,
Well, look at that. The AMX 50s are falling
and
back.
I just did a boo-boo. I made a point on the map. I pointed something out on the map, and I'm like, wait, they can still see that. So yeah, I made my first boo-boo today, guys. So.
Oh,
But it's okay.
bad
He
boy.
probably got spotted anyway. So we're just gonna leave it at that. Somebody edit that out. Go into commercial break.
Well, you highlighted ETC's scout location, and he probably was spotted. But if that if, you know if it comes back that that was the difference in the game, then we'd have to call that an administrative error and let them have it
Yeah,
restarted.
that's fine. We'll let them figure out what they want to do on that. But yeah, I apologize. I just
So the question is that why the AMX 50s withdrew?
I have no clue.
We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and
I
see.
haven't seen anything in chat yet, but if they
I,
make a complaint about
that's
that,
fine.
we'll have to give them a restart.
Yeah. So, yeah, I told the guys in Club Wargaming that if I screw this up, I'm going to be like Anchorman and get my scotch out and just drink scotch and just be mute.
Okay, we have main force contact now.
We've got 2 minutes and
So
30
movement
seconds.
coming
I
up,
don't
and
know if they're going to be able to pull this off and kill everyone at once. ETC is definitely feeling the pressure to get this win going.
yeah, 7-minute match is not a lot of time.
Yeah, you really cannot sit there and just wait for the opposite team. You really need to get in there and start fighting. That's why turtling isn't always the best idea, because then you have to go to an assault match and you have to do something. So if your strategy's all about turtling, it might not do good for you when you are sitting there on an assault match, especially if you're the person that has to assault and you're used to just turtling. So,
Okay, I have to watch. I got a couple of messages here. I got to check.
yep. Wizard Kid screwed it all up. Wizard Kid screwed it all up. So we've got some tanks getting knocked out. ETC is right now pulling ahead in the tanks. They're winning 3-2 right now in this match. It looks like the KV4 is gone. There's another one gone. They got a minute left to get rid of 3 tanks. Can they do it? Oh, there goes another one. They got 2 tanks
2
to
to
go.
go. This is down to the wire. This is no time for cover. This is time to push it hard.
Push it
guys,
hard.
if you're gonna do it. The T-32's got about a third health left. The King Tiger.
Oh, and he's getting surrounded too. The T-32 is definitely...
Yeah, they're both down to about a third.
28 seconds.
Talk about the last second.
No, there they go.
And they got
They
it.
got it.
Talk about close.
They got it.
Okay, so ETC got a 4-0 sweep. Good game, guys.
Good game. Very, very good. We want to thank both teams for coming out and playing today. Congratulations to ETC for their win today. That will push them to the next round. And RDSQR, did they get to another round, or is that it for them?
That's it. It's their first to 4, so it's a 4-0 sweep
Well,
by ETC.
there you go. So good job for them. RDSQR, good job, guys. I know you guys pulled it out last minute there, so we appreciate you guys coming out and being a part of this. You guys did a really good job, and with some honing of your skills, I know you guys have learned a lot today, so good job for them going out there and doing their best, man. It was these games have been very good today. I've really enjoyed watching these guys going. So right now, guys, we have about, what is it, 30 minutes until the next match? 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
So right now I'm going to play some music in the background while we're waiting. I'm also going to try to get a maybe a YouTube video or something like that going, so you guys can watch that during the intermission portion. So 20 minutes, we'll be back, and there you go. So we'll be back.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and close the room out now.
Alrighty. We are back. We are back, guys. Alright, so we're about to start the next matches. We got Dead Tank Society, or Dead Tanker Society versus PLHUS. So these are the two teams going against each other. We're going to be seeing the same maps as we did on the first battle. And I'm pretty excited about this. I hope that it's going to be going just like the last two teams. Man, it was great watching them, wasn't it, Pontiac?
Yes, it was a lot of fun.
Mm-mm-mm.
And you just did that live on the air.
No, no, I mute myself. So if I do something like blowing my nose, I try to mute myself because I have control to be able to do that right now. But if you take a fart or something like that, everybody's gonna hear it. Everybody's gonna hear it. So, uh,
I'll keep
all
that
right.
noted.
So we got Team DTS on the left and Team PLHUS on the right on the scoreboard, guys. So,
1 minute left for tank picks.
alrighty. Woo! Pretty excited about this.
Looks like PLHUS is all ready to go.
Yep. Now let's look at the.
TS has one more coming.
Yep. Let's look at what they are picking right now. We've got a Cromwell, tier 6, which I haven't seen that in the tournament, but maybe you have, Pontiac.
No, that's a first. That's an interesting choice.
Yeah, definitely interesting choice. But a lot of these are pretty much what we've seen in the last game too. The IS-3s, AMX 5100s, T-32, and let's see, DTS is going for KV-4s, IS-3s, 110s. Wow. Okay then. Alrighty, 1, 2,
that's a really
3,
heavy
4,
lineup.
5, 6. So are they allowed to have more than 5 tier 8s?
As long as it's a tier 6. Yep.
Okay.
We're good to go.
Okay, cool. Here we go. Alrighty. Now I want to welcome everybody to the World of Tanks Community Tournament. I'm your host, Wizard Ken, with co-host Pontiac Pat. He's the administrator. He's running all of the ins and outs right now. I'm just running the scoreboard, so I got the easy job. Our first set of matches were really awesome, and it was awesome watching them play. Now our two new teams, DTS and PLHUS, going against each other on INSC. Let's see how they do.
Yeah, this is interesting. DTS chose a couple of KV-4s. That's not a traditional tank for this type of format because it's slow, but we'll see if they can use that
Well,
or not.
exactly, and we saw that on the last game. We had T-28 prototypes, KV-4s, and it really didn't work out too well for the last team. So we'll see if they can change it around. DTS can show us that KV-4s are amazing in this tournament. So we have.
I'm really interested to see how the Polish perform here. We've done a scrim against one of the Polish clans for 47R, and they were a lot of fun to play against.
Now the Polish team is the PLHUS, right?
Correct.
Okay. And they did pretty well during the scrimmages.
It was a different clan, but they represented Poland very well.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's interesting. They're moving up strong here.
They
are going aggressive.
they are fully on one line though, and that's kind of iffy. I would think. No, here they go.
They're looks like they're setting up to envelop. This is going to be a good slug out.
Exactly, and DTS is just sitting there turtling, which is not a bad idea. But we'll see what happens because PLHUS could find some crack somewhere and come up behind them. Definitely could do that.
DTS Scout is coming back. Now, it'll be interesting to see if the DTS Scout runs up to put cat pressure on.
Now, we saw that last game on INSC, a couple of the Bulldogs running around and getting some pretty good shots in even almost capping the flag
He's
at one
to
point.
join in the fight. That Chaffee's about to unload on that AMX-50, it looks like. Yep, there he goes.
Oh, one miss, but two good hits. Fourth hit
Yeah.
was a miss.
Still, he's got a pretty fast reload. And he got through it without taking any damage, and that's the important part.
Exactly. Now the game is
Oh, we
still
just got
wow.
tagged by the Cromwell. Cromwell versus AMX. The AMX is now reloading, though. Cromwell has a chance to finish
Oh,
him
and there he
off, and he
goes. This
does.
game goes to two,
Good
three
job,
now.
Cromwell. Oop, hold on. There we go. That's looks like the Polish are really putting the hurt on.
They are definitely putting the hurt on. DTS needs to think of something. They got two tanks
Two tanks
left.
left. They are working together, but they're going to get overwhelmed, I think, at this point. Oh, broken turret on one of those IS-3s, it looks like.
Yeah.
Nope, he fixed it.
And that looks
And
like
shot. There we go.
PLHUS takes the
Good
first
game.
battle. But the thing is, people shouldn't sit there and say, "Oh man, PLHUS dominated." They did really good that first game. But remember, a lot of these players are. This is their first time playing in a tournament. They got to get all the jitters out. Pontiac Pack can sit there and tell you his team was jittery, and eventually they were getting in the groove of things and getting in the grooves of things. So the first battle, it's okay. DTS still has a chance to come back, and definitely pull this out of their bums. So out of their bums, greatest words. So
You're waxing eloquent today,
I
Ken.
know I'm trying to be good and not cuss or anything, but it has been a bear. It has been a bear.
We know that that's tough for you, and I'm sure the audience appreciates your effort.
I'm trying to do my best. I'm doing really well so far. So, but yeah. Alright, but like we said, guys, this match is not over. Bill HUS was able to pull out some really good hits in there, and let's see if DTS is going to change up their strategy at all. Now, one thing you need to keep in mind is sometimes we would hope that they might change up
Timer started.
they they might be able to change out tanks, but they might not have any other tier 8s. These might be the only tanks they have, so they might just have to change up their strategy in the sense of what they do in a game. Turling didn't seem like it worked too well, and so maybe they might actually spread out a little bit and try to surround PLHUS. So we'll see what happens.
Well, it's worth pointing out that even though DTS's captain, Nasser, was a moderator in the last tournament, for his clan, this is their first go-round. And so he, after the last tournament, really got his clan together, and so they're working the bugs out themselves. And for a first game in a tournament, that was a pretty good effort last game. So I see good things in their future.
Yeah, and I know we're not in the tournament this time around, but we're okay with that. I think we get a little bit more practice in with some other teams, and I feel like our team's going to be kicking some major butt next time. I really do. We've seen some of these guys that jumped in, and when I was even practicing with them, they were learning stuff, asking questions, and then you see them now, and they stomp people. I've seen you play some things. I played with Ronan the other day, and even his skill level has, I feel, surpassed mine. I was playing with him the other day, and we were tearing it up, but I was like, Ronan, you were just dominating in that tank, bouncing things left and right,
Yeah,
and
he has improved a lot recently.
So, the 2 minute 2 minute warning. 2 minute tank selection had begun a little bit ago. We're just waiting for the buzzer to go off, and then we'll be jumping into our next. There we go.
There
Sound
we
of the
go.
buzzer.
Here we go.
All right, let's see if DTS is going to change up their strategy or not. Me personally, I think I would probably change up my strategy a little bit here. Maybe even throw that AMX towards the flag, maybe, in all desperation if they need to. If they got rid of the Cromwell, they could send that the light up there, and I think probably cap it if they can keep everybody else occupied. We saw that in the first game, and it almost happened. I mean, it was down to, 15 seconds left on the flag, and they just barely got back there to be able to pull it off and stop them from capping. All right, so we got our PLH US has their AMX 5100s, 2 of them, T32, 3 IS3s, a Cromwell. And then on DTS, we have a 110 AMX 5100, 2 IS3s, 2 KV4s, and the AMX Chafee. So let's see how this goes.
I'm curious to see if that Cromwell works out well for them again. It took advantage of the AMX reload last time to get the kill in the Scout versus Scout battle.
Exactly. So we'll see what happens on this.
Well, the Polish are running down the one line.
They are sticking with this.
They've got one guy going inside.
They are sticking with the same strategy. I guess that one guy might be their spotter for the right-hand side of the map, just in case, possibly. But it definitely looks like DTS is definitely changing up their strategy.
Oh, DTS has started doing a setup of 2 ISs and a AMX 50 over there at D5, which is exactly what Nasser saw .47R do to steal a game from PG. It was NFTG in the last tournament. Unfortunately, the Polish team didn't come into the trap. They stayed over to the side, so they had to abandon that position.
Exactly. If DTS might have went down the next street after, in the middle, they probably would have pulled off a nice little trap there. But it still looks like they're doing okay with it, though. It still looks like.
PL has a nice 4-tank echelon over there on that one line. It's really working hard, and they're taking them down.
Exactly, but be honest with you, though, I mean,
DTS is pushing in the middle.
That one DTS tank that was holding those 4 tanks there, I mean, he held them off enough for DTS to get a couple of kills in. I mean, they've got it back to 2-2, yeah. But that was a pretty good hold for that guy.
Close fight.
But now we're seeing the same thing as the last match. DTS is in a turtle position. Is this going to help? Wow, catching on fire.
The fire, yeah.
And DTS.
Yep, I've heard it said by the esports guys in clan tournaments like this, you have to run an automatic fire extinguisher. It's just not an option.
Exactly. And it looks like DTS is down to 2 tanks. And PLHUS is trying to mop them up with the 4 minutes and 30 seconds we have left in this match. Wow, it really looked like DTS was going to pull it out of the bag there, but I think one of their problems is they're turtling. They went back to turtling, and I think that's what hurt them on this game.
Yep. All right, 4:14.
All right, so
left in the game.
PLH US, another point to them. So good job for them. Now we can, Monday quarterback this thing the whole day. We can watch replays like on football and say, oh, this guy should have done this. This guy should have done that. But when you're in a game like that, your mind's running 100 miles a minute. You're trying to talk with your team. Everybody's discussing, oh, what are we supposed to be doing? What are we, this and that. And, it's a lot different than when you're watching it. So I know they're doing their best. I know they're trying their best on this. So
okay, Himmelsdorf standard.
Now we're switching maps here. We're going to Himmelsdorf, and thankfully we did find out from what's his name. Pontiac knows his name. Go ahead and say it. Go ahead and say it, Pontiac.
I'm not sorry, I was focusing on something else. What are you asking?
Oh, what's his name that helped you right now figure out our technical difficulties on our first games?
Oh, I can't remember who that was. Oh, yeah, Nasser.
Nasser. So
team captain for DTS.
Yeah, we want to thank Nasser for helping us out, because we originally were having to get out of the lobby, make a new lobby, set everything up. The time, we barely made the 30-minute mark before this group came up. So thankfully he helped us out, and now everything's running smoothly. So we're going to be seeing Himmelsdorf. One of the things we saw on the other game was people were going down Banana Road, but we saw a couple of tanks going up towards the castle and try to sneak around. And they did that twice the last game. And we'll see what we're going to,
And they got lucky. They managed to win in spite of being separated as a force because the other team didn't see that they were separated and so couldn't take advantage of it. But against a more experienced team, that is a risky move.
Exactly. And then on the last battle, I mean, it was just a standoff. Nobody wanted to move. Everybody wanted to turtle. Eventually, the other team came up and was like, screw it, we're going in. And was able to get their final win within, what was it, 50 seconds left on the clock. Oh,
About 20 seconds.
or 20 seconds, sorry, yeah. It was down to the wire. It was very, very close. Now, if the other team could have handled it, we go into a what is it, sudden death kind of, is that what you kind of call it? A draw breaker pretty much anyways, and we go on to a
an
assault battle. So anyways, I want to thank everybody for coming out to the live stream today, watching the World of Tanks Community Tournament. I'm your host, Wizard Ken, with Pontiac Pat as my host and administrator. He's running all the fun little lobbies, and he talks with all the team captains. You guys don't know how much stuff is on Pontiac Pat's plate right now. He's got multiple windows open probably on his computer. He's talking to the platoon leaders inside one chat system. He's got this alarm system that's sending us to our next battle. He's setting up the lobbies, making sure everybody has the right tanks. He gets into the game and still has to make sure.
In front of me with the player rosters and everything else. Recording the results of each battle.
So give it up for Pontiac Pat for being... Yeah, give it up for him for being awesome. Tomorrow we're going to be live streaming this again with other teams. My co-host tomorrow will be with Ali because Pontiac Pat has a massive blowout in his bumhole that he needs to take care of. No.
I have other obligations.
He has other obligations, unfortunately. Alrighty, so let's see what happens here. Team PLH US has 2 points to the DTS 0. They need 4 points altogether to win the battle. So 2 more battles, this one and another one, if they can pull it off. So we are looking at PLH US with AMX 5100s, 2 of them, a T32, 3 IS3s, and the Cromwell, sticking with the same setup. And then it looks like...
Yeah, both teams have been very consistent.
Exactly. So we've got PLH US going towards the 1 and 2 line. The whole team running down that way. I was thinking the Cromwell might be going down the middle or something like that, but maybe he just lagged in and finally got started. And DTS is kind of turtling.
Oh, wow.
They're kind of spread out thin, I think. I feel they're a little spread out thin here.
Yep, they got pairs that could be overmatched real quick. See, those KV4s, they don't have the speed to react to a dynamic overmatch somewhere else. By the time they get there, somebody will be dead.
Exactly, and we can see them going up towards the castle. We saw that the last games, and it worked out okay for the other team, but will it work out? Here they go. There we go, a couple of good shots. And as you can see, they're focus firing on one tank, it looks like, and that is good. That's... Is
that AMX-50 going to be able to get his whole clip off?
Ooh, we heard a bounce there.
Yeah, that was a really good one.
All right, then we got
it down already. Good. That there was focus fire.
Alrighty, let's see.
KV4s are in the fight now. The AMX is coming up. I wonder if he's going to swing wide or if he's going to dive right in.
It looks like he might just dive right in. I wonder if PLH US is going to try for a flag cap here. Hold those guys against the church.
I think that was their strategy, yeah. But that deployment, having those 2 ISs ready for them, that really put a hole in their plan.
Yeah.
But they're in...
DTS has got to do something.
Those KV4s got to get over there.
They've got to do something. I know the AMX tried, but he was gone in seconds. Alrighty, there's a good reset. Good reset.
There's another good one.
There you go.
Inside
Get in there.
Cromwell is the key. They've got to hit the Cromwell. Cromwell's got all the points.
Ooh. But as they're knocking them down, DTS is definitely taking some hits here.
That's a good. It's still anybody's game.
3-3.
DTS has a slight edge because they've got a heavier tank still in play.
Oh.
There goes one of those KV4s.
There we go.
Nope,
Trading off. They are just trading tanks here, left and right.
Fight.
Now we've got 2 people on the flag. We got 30 seconds left for them to reset.
AMX is in reload on DTS team. He's just trying to survive.
There we go. Wow, wow, this is just back and forth battle. This is very good.
Oh.
I feel the AMX needs to get out of there. It needs to stay alive as much as possible.
Oh,
there we go.
That should do it. DTS is going to pull this one out.
You know what? The Cromwell's got almost a little bit over half, and both of these other tanks are the AMX 5100s. It's 50, and yeah. And the other one's at a quarter of its.
The Cromwell knows they're reloading. He has a chance.
He has a chance. Oh no! This could be. He could be.
Oh, he's gonna get rammed.
No, he's running.
Oh, he dodged the ram.
He cannot afford a miss here. The Cromwell cannot afford a miss here. He's not paying attention. He got rammed. He's not paying attention. Come on. Oh, and they reloaded in time. Wow.
Good game.
Wow. That was so good. So, DTS gets their first point. Wow. Good job, guys. Good job.
Rally together on that one.
Wow. Now, PLHUS had a really good strategy there. They really did, and it came down to the wire there. One of the, what was it, an AMX on the DTS team shot and reset the flag. That was amazing. But, yeah, PLHUS plan was not bad. It's just DTS was able to hold off. We were kind of worried there for a moment because DTS was so spread out that we didn't think that they were going to be able to get back in time to really support each other. But they did. They were able to get back to the flag, stop them from capping the flag, and was able to destroy that Cromwell right at the end. And we got to give the Cromwell guy some credit there. You know, yeah, he really did.
Really tried to take advantage of that.
Exactly. If he wouldn't have gotten rammed right there, I didn't notice if he was tracked or not, but if he would have paid attention to the other AMX and possibly got away, he might have been able to get away and possibly keep fighting. But that was a good match. That was really, really good.
That was excellent. Well, that means that this series we will see at least one battle on Prokhorovka before we're
there. We go. That's awesome. That is great. So we got one more battle in Himmelsdorf. What's our next map? After this, Prokhorov? Okay. So.
Yeah, that last battle, I'm still a little geeking out about that. Both teams took a gamble and they just came right down.
Exactly.
That was just a great battle.
It was really good. Now, this is something interesting we're noticing right now. The timer's gone already for the 2 minutes. We're waiting for it to buzz off. But if you look on DTS, they have 2 Tigers. They switched out their tanks, their KV4s, and they are using 2 Tigers. So I'm wondering.
Very interesting.
I don't know.
They might have a different strategy.
I'm wondering if this is going to help them or hinder them, and I'm kind of leaning towards more hindering. I know the KV4s are slower, and they did work out pretty well in that last match, which we don't usually see in these tournaments, KV4s being played, but they were able to use them very well, and I'm just wondering if the Tiger is going to hinder them in the sense of that armor not being there. So,
well, it's the Tiger's also a tier lower though,
And that's
right? So it's they're trading the AMX Chaffee for that extra DPM and just sheer hit points.
and that is another thing to notice too. I mean, the AMX Chaffee last battle, I mean, tried to get into the flag but was killed instantly almost.
Starting battle.
So maybe that was their plan, like you're saying, is to trade up and get two other tanks that can actually take a couple of hits before they die. So, but they are losing a spotter if they need one. So, alrighty, let's see what we could do on here. DTS has 1 point and Team PLHUS has 2. Both teams are trying to get to 4 points. The first one to 4 points wins. So, here you go. A lot of people in chat are saying that you definitely need an armchair general. And that is one thing you do need. I know Pontiac Pat works with his guys to make sure that there's different people that are running different sections of the of their groups and stuff. And you definitely need somebody that can coordinate and run the battles. 'Cause
Yeah, most teams will run with one caller that makes all the decisions for the entire team. But at 47R, we ran with two because we organized ourselves into two platoons, and so we wanted to have each platoon had their own voice so that they could make their calls independently. And it just gives the callers a little less to focus on so that they can pay more attention to what's right in front of them.
Now let's take a look at this setup. DTS is sitting here, turtling again, trying to protect his spawn point, and PLHUS looks like they're trying to do the same thing they did last time, except the Cromwell is going...
The same thing in
Exactly,
reverse.
but the Cromwell is going up top to possibly come around these guys and mess with them. I don't know. I don't understand the whole Cromwell running up.
Notice where those Tigers are positioned. They've got hold down positions right there.
Oh, you know what? And that's probably why they did what they did. They were like, you know what? We're going to be on this side of the map. We'll just defend the base. We know PLHUS is going to come out just like last time. They were probably expecting this. And now they got those hold down positions.
Yep. This will be... Can they get enough guns in the action to get an edge?
Exactly.
That's what we're waiting to find out.
That little space right there
Tiger on the
is very hard for them to be able to shoot through. The remaining, the 110 and the IS-3, it's very hard for them to shoot through that little gap.
And you notice the Tiger on the right went down first. There's a reason for that. He was the most exposed. The PL could line up to just barely be able to see him and keep anyone else from returning fire. Lord Quick, though, is one shot away from...
There we go.
He goes down.
That's 1-1 game.
Tiger for an IS-3 is a decent trade.
Now, if you could see now, PLHUS is actually taking some of their tanks, and they're running towards the middle and trying to get some shots on some of these stragglers that are out in the open.
Well, notice the T-32 that took the hold-down spot for himself.
Exactly.
There. Monwis. They're DTS is going to have to drive.
Ooh, Cromwell.
Snipe the hatch or something.
Cromwell just took out, and that's what we were talking. Oh, and we got an ammo rack over here. We've got an ammo rack over here. Wow, that was 1,500. That was a damaging blow.
Potential game changer.
Yes. It looks like PLHUS has got that hold down position like you were talking about with the T-32. They're definitely holding it down. It's 2-3 right now.
Now they've pinched him. They've got him flanked. This is not looking good for DTS. One more shot and Salty goes down.
No, we talked about this the last game where the Cromwell going up there, just like on the last couple of games, and it worked out, and it looks like it worked out this time, allowing him to come around, and then those two AMXs coming around the backside and just tearing up the defense, the turtling defense of DTS, and it looks like this is going to be it for DTS on this game.
Yep. We noticed, though, one of those Tigers was one of the last two tanks surviving. That health pool really does pay off.
Yes, it does. And, you know, he did a very great job of doing a hold-down position there. As you saw on the other Tiger, he wasn't able to get as much of a hold-down. But this The other Tiger, he did very well and was able to get a couple of really good hits in. So, and there we go.
Okay.
Peel
Very good
HUS.
strategies again.
Yes, very good. Both of these teams are doing excellent. They're really doing excellent. So now PLHUS has 3 and DTS has 1.
Okay. Prokhorovka standard.
Alrighty, guys. So this is a different map we're going to be going to. Pontiac, you might have to put us as non-spectator. Oh, it worked.
I already
Oh,
did.
okay. I wasn't paying attention.
I'm getting quicker.
I was.
Practice.
Good job, buddy. Good job. Alrighty, so Prokhorovka, which I can never pronounce properly, but there we go. Anyways, this map is going to be very interesting. Unlike Insk and Himmelsdorf, there's no buildings, no nothing that you can hide behind to really sit there and get some cover of some sort, you know, side scraping across buildings and stuff. To be honest with you on this, I don't know what they're going to do, to be honest with you. There's no real hold down positions. You know, gun depression is going to be a...
Hold on. Stop.
Oh, okay.
We have to. I need to go in and make the room private or public and let. We lost a DTS.
Oh,
player
okay.
somehow after the battle.
So one of the things that I see that's going to be really big in this game is what gun has the better DPS. Gun depression. Gun depression in this map is going to be key, I feel. Whatever tank can really get their guns down and be able to shoot over a little hill section, a little mountain section, will be able to sit there and definitely mess up the other team. But it's going to be interesting. This is a very interesting map, and it's going to be, I feel, very weird or hard for the teams to really figure out what they're going to do. I know they probably practice mostly on Insk and Himmelsdorf. I'm pretty sure both of these teams probably maybe touched on Prokhorovka a little bit. I don't think they really probably practiced too much on here. So, we'll see what happens on this map. I don't even know what I would do in this sense for my team, to be honest with you. I really do not have any clue on how I would run this map. It would definitely take me going in and practicing with my team and stuff. So it'll be definitely interesting to see what happens. So it looks like the teams are staying pretty much with the same stuff, except DTS, we need to point out, they have definitely changed up their tanks a lot. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 light tanks. Or wait, no, that's some random dude. Sorry. 3 light tanks. But they did. They really have changed up. They're using a Bulldog, a RU-251, and another Bulldog. So 2 Bulldogs and an RU-251. And then the rest of the tanks are 2 or 3 IS-3s and an AMX 5100. This is going to be interesting and see whether this is going to go for their favor or not. I'm really wondering if that's going to go well for them or not. Any thoughts on that, Pat? I know you're busy. This is why Pat doesn't talk, because he's busy.
I'm just taking a look at it. DTS does have the more mobile team, it looks like. This will become. My gut instinct is this will come down to the team that is able to press first and most. We'll just kind of have to see how it plays out.
Well, there you go. The expert advice from Pontiac Pat.
I don't know if I'm an expert, but I have an opinion.
Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny.
Okay, I had to restart the timer, so we've got a minute left before I start. Looks like they're all ready to go, but still, I'm going to follow form just in case somebody wants to try a last-minute switch-up.
Somebody said in chat they want to hear people scream at each other, kind of like they do in the esports, where they have you hear like the Call of Duty guys, like they're in their their squads, and they're like, go over here, go over there, and you hear like everybody talking at once, and they're like, ah. There you go. That would actually be pretty neat.
You know, I've watched the esports guys. I'm not a fan of the announcers' style. I understand that they try to emulate professional football and whatnot, but to me, it's too much, too fast for the players to really be able to absorb the information, or the viewers to absorb the information.
And it really is kind of the games that they're hosting, like Call of Duty. They're like, oh, this guy ran over here, guy died real quick, and then he ran over there. It's like they're doing an auction. You know, one of those auctions. Yeah, 500, 200 over here, 300. And that's because everybody dies so quick in Call of Duty, you can't really keep up with. It's pretty much like you said. It's like gibberish going through. That's why I like this game, because
that's my personal.
Yeah, I could never host it. Yeah.
You mean like you're doing right now?
Yeah. Exactly. This is a lot easier to host, though. I at least know the tanks I'm going with. I would sit there, like, if I was part of the EA Sports and did Call of Duty, probably halfway through the game, I'm like, I quit. I just throw down my microphone and just walk away. I'm like, no, I'm not doing this. Anyways, guys, like...
Okay, well, Peel
go ahead.
is starting to head off to the one line, but they're sending their fast guys up to the front. This is interesting.
DTS looks like they're doing the same thing. They've got their scouts actually not working together. They're actually spreading them out.
Yes, they are.
And I'm wondering what they're thinking, because they're
trying to get intel. They're trying to figure out where the enemy is going.
And that could be possibly really what they're doing. It's just trying to figure out what the enemy's doing and then arrange their tactics from there. Like we talked about at the beginning, they probably really haven't practiced on this map, but so much.
It's tough to know. So we've got the RU-251 and the Cromwell definitely spotted each other over there. The question is, did the Cromwell spot the guys in the bowl? See, now the bowl, all the IS-3s are all in a big jumble over there. The bowl, though, is held by DTS, which is, I think, the superior position.
Yes, and I agree with you. And I'm just wondering what this Bulldog is doing way in the back on DTS team. I mean, he is just staying way back there, but I see a problem with their strategy. The PLHUS is taking over the top area near the train tracks, and they are just getting some shots in on anybody that...
E6 is letting them put shots into the flanks of those IS-3s as they come up to take their shots, yep.
And they're just sitting up there like there's no problems in the world. Look at that. The Cromwell is sitting directly on top and not even caring.
Yes, he is. Everyone's ignoring him.
They are, and this is...
Which is going to cost them. That Bulldog needs to get up there and take care of that Cromwell. And we traded 1 for 1.
Oh, there goes the Cromwell finally.
Cromwell, okay. So DTS is reacting.
But PLHUS has got those other heavy tanks. They're on top of the tracks. They're moving in from behind. Did the light tanks spot them?
You notice there's the AMX-50 way in the back, though, for DTS. Will he pick them up?
DTS right now needs to just...
Oh, those AMX-50s are trying to pick off the guy in the back.
Oh, and they do it, too.
They did.
But while they were focusing on that, DTS is pushing in and getting rid of the rest of the heavies.
The bull strategy.
5-2 here. 5-2.
All that's left of those 50s. And the 50s are running. They're probably on reload.
They're probably on reload and probably going to head towards the flag. I don't know. They might make a last stand somewhere.
Well, see, look what we have here. DTS is sending 1 light to go start cap pressure while everybody...
And it looks like PLHUS is doing the same thing. Possibly. Nope. The AMX turned around and is getting ready to fire. Using one AMX as a spotter and the other one to stay out of sight, hopefully, and get some shots in. which is a decent strategy, but they still have to worry about both light tanks getting on the flag. Even if the AMXs could pull this off, they would have to still contend with those light tanks.
DTS isn't focusing, and so we'll see if it pays off or not. Okay, they managed to kill the one before he reloaded, so it didn't hurt them, but that could have been a potential mistake.
And there we go.
And DTS takes another
Wow.
round.
Wow.
The bull paid off.
Wow, we are... Oh, wow. Man. And this is what we talked about. It looks like PLHUS... I mean, it looks like they might have practiced it a little bit on that map, but it looks like DTS practiced every map that they were going to be a part of. It really did, because they definitely had a good strategy for that map, and it looks like it pulled off. Let's see if PLHUS is going to change up anything and possibly maybe add some more light tanks in there. Now, we have to remember, too, that some of these teams might not have tanks that they can switch out to. That might be their only tier 8s that they have. You know, they might not even have light tanks that are tier 7 or tier 8, so we'll see what happens with this.
Okay, timer started.
So timer started. Remember, the first team to 4 wins, so PLHUS could pull this off on this game. It looks like they are definitely switching out tanks. I don't see the Cromwell up there anymore, so I'm wondering what their thoughts are on this.
Well, there it is. He's showing up. He just hadn't picked yet.
Okay, I saw him back out, and I was thinking maybe he has a light tank somewhere.
Looks like the same tanks. Same tanks as last time. All right, now we just gotta wait for the timer.
Yep, just gotta wait for the timer. Just an FYI, anybody that is watching right now, just so you guys know, thank you so much for coming out to the World of Tanks Community Tournament. Unfortunately, we will be jumping off at 1:30. There is still another game, but I don't know who's going to be hosting that, if it's going to be live or not. But we are going to be getting off in the next 30 minutes, but we will be able to end these games, so we should be able to get this going off, because I think the next game starts in 30 minutes, right?
Schedule says 3:30, yeah, so this is pretty much right on schedule. Even if we go to game 7, we should be able to finish right about that time.
Okay, so, but we want to thank you guys so much for coming out and supporting our community. This is community run. Wargaming is helping us out, but it was started by community members like you guys, so thank you guys so much for coming out and supporting this. It's an awesome event, and we're going to be doing this tomorrow. Again, I'll be hosting with Ali, and we'll see what happens on those games. It's going to be a lot of fun seeing that. So, alrighty, here we go. This could be our final match, or
Game 6.
DTS could pull this out and win this. Oh, man, this has been so good.
Yeah, this has been a really good match. Good series.
Now, are you still the admin for the last group, right?
Yeah, I just won't have any streamer, so we'll just have to note the results on paper and send them in the old-fashioned way. I'll probably take a screenshot after every battle just to verify for the record.
Alrighty, so same setup as last time, same tanks as last time. Let's see what happens on here.
Okay, DTS is not doing the bowl this time. Looks like they're all going to go up the 7-8 line.
Which is kind of understandable, because that bowl is kind of hard to get to when starting on that side. I feel like starting near
It
the
is.
K line is, or the kilo line is a lot better to be able to get down there quicker. But
And PL is all turtled back on the 1-2 line. So
yeah, they are definitely.
now there's one heavy up front though. That AMX 50 might get caught out if he's not careful. Looks like he's been spotted because he's backing off.
Yeah, I don't know what PLHUS is really thinking in this, except that they're just going to head down the Alpha 1 line the entire way and see what
The
happens.
lights are headed over toward the hill. I think they're going to try and get all the way back to the railroad crossing at J7 and flank. I wonder how much that E50 sees. He might proximity detect that IS3. Yes, they are detected. I can tell because their turrets are hitting each other.
Now, the AMX
So
is
one of the
probably
IS3s
just.
stopped.
I think the AMX is just probably
Yep.
trying to just keep them spotted as much as possible. He's probably wondering where those light
Look
tanks
at they're
are.
going for look the Polish heavies are moving toward the cap. It's going to be a race to see who can cap first.
Yep, the Cromwell is already on the cap.
Cromwell. Yep.
Is he going to stay there? It looks like he's just going to stay there. And it looks like the light tanks are doing the same thing. And they're going to
Oh
jump
boy,
on
it's going to be a
right now.
race. Look at
Look
that.
at this. It's going to be a capping battle, it looks like. But it looks
Looks
like.
like DTS is going to have their 3 lights on first. So they've got the advantage at the moment. The heavies get there in time to save PL. Oh, this may be a draw.
Wow.
The difference in the cap timers is less than 5
If
seconds. This may
DTS
be
can
a
get over
draw.
there and shoot, they might be good to go. We
He
have
can get a reset over here.
an AMX
Oh,
50,
somebody got a reset.
AMX 5100s trying to get there to the DTS.
And it looks like the victory is going to go to PL. They
PL.
got the reset to
Wow.
save the victory.
Wow.
Down to the wire.
Wow.
PL by cap.
Whew. You know DTS is like, crap. Wow.
Wow is right.
Mm-mm-mm. Wow, that was amazing. That was a great battle. Um, I know DTS was like, man, if we could just get one more shot off, we could have tied it up. Ah, that was a really, really, really good battle. Both teams were both sitting there hoping to cap, and PLHUS was able to get there before DTS. And I think really, if DTS's light tanks would have pushed a little bit quicker, they probably could have gone to cap and probably done it. But that's just a look at the draw. Wow, that was really good. Well, we want to thank DTS for coming out and playing. They did really, really good. They came back from a hard start. PLHUS really, really handled themselves well on Ensk. And then DTS took it back on Himmelsdorf and also was able to get another win on Proverhorvika, or however you say this stupid name. Wow. Just really, really good battles today. Really, really good battles. Now, PLHUS will be moving on to the next portion of the tournament, and DTS is out. So we want to thank everybody for coming out and watching today on the World of Tanks Community Tournament. Thank you guys so much for being so supportive. We will be back tomorrow for our next set of games. I will be hosting with Ali. I want to thank Pontiac Pat for not only being a great co-host, but also being a great administrator for the games. Thank you so much for that. And anything else you want to say, Pat, before we jump off here?
No, it was a pleasure working with you, Ken. I'm glad we got the bugs worked out, and I hope you have a great day streaming with Ollie tomorrow.
Yeah, my only problem is now I got to figure out who's playing tomorrow and getting them listed properly like we did today. So
I can send you an email with that so that you're ready for that.
Okay, yeah, I might, yeah.
Ollie probably has it all taken care of, I'm guessing. He's pretty up on things.
Okay, good. Good, good, good. I don't know. Maybe he might be the live streamer tomorrow. I don't know. I don't know. Hopefully he has everything figured out. But anyways, guys, thank you again for coming out. Thanks for all the teams and Wargaming for their help and just amazing community that made these tournaments come alive and stuff. And anyways, guys, we will see you tomorrow. Take it easy.